Hey guys, in today's video we're going to be rebuilding the forks on this 03 Dyna Super Glide. Roll that intro and let's get started. First step, once we got it in the vise and clamped in good and tight. Yes, I've got the most redneck set of soft jaws you'll probably ever find. But we've got it in there. We need to drain the fluid, which there is a small screw here for draining fluid. But fluid's drained in this one. So we are going to pull the bottom bolt. It is a 6mm. There will be a copper washer that you should not ever reuse. The kit that I have comes with all new ones. But now that we've got this bolt removed from the bottom of the fork, we're going to treat the lower leg, the slider, just like a slide hammer and knock the bushings out and the seals. Which I didn't have to because we've already done this. See? Came right apart for me. I'm going to clean this up a little bit with some brake clean. And we will stand it up upside down, let it drain out. Now we need to go ahead and take the top cap off. This is under spring tension quite a bit. And there we have that. This O-ring comes in the kit. Spring does not, obviously. We do have all new seals, which, as you can see, they've seen better days. We have new seal spacers, new bushings, top and bottom. Trying to think of an easy way to do this.
We're pitter powder, let's get at her.
There we go. Let's take it up the top. And there you go, you're stripped down, minus the dampener and the small spring. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we'll go ahead and slide our new bushing on the bottom. Like so, it doesn't take much. And go ahead and drop the new upper bushing on. And we can clamp this back up in the vise. Which I've got that way up there for now, but it'll be fine. I can always lower it. Now we have our new bolt for the bottom and the new copper washer for it. So now that's ready. Alright, so we've got the slider cleaned out. This little cup that goes on the end of the dampener rod needs to be on the end of the dampener rod. We're going to clean it up first. Slide it on the end of the dampener rod. And of course it just falls into the bottom anyways. So let's there, she's in place. Take our bolt. You will have to have it on the end of your Allen. There we go. That's just started for now. Now we need to lower our tube down in the vise a little bit. About like that. And see if we can actually get that dampener, bottom bolt tight. Which it feels like we're going to. Bottom bolt is tight now. So now all we have left is the fun part of driving the bushing spacers and the seal in. And we need to tighten up the drain screw. Drain screw's tight. The bottom screw's tight. Let's get the bushing drove in and work on the seal. I don't have a fancy bushing driver, but what I do have is a piece of PVC that just barely slides over the fork tube and will drive the bushing spacer down on top of the bushing. Go ahead and move you guys so you can see what's going on. Kinda, maybe. Alright, so just going to take a hammer and tap it in. And there we have it. Alright, now that the bushings drove in, we need to get the seal drove in. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there is very tiny lettering and numbering on top of that seal. So whenever you put this in, you need to make sure the lettering and numbering goes up. Again, I'm just using the piece of PVC to drive this seal in. And now that the seal is in, we can take our retaining ring get it installed. We'll use our pick to kind of push it down in there. Now we need the dust seal. And we'll just use the butt of our hammer to kind of tap it in. There we have it. Now that that's back together, we're going to leave it compressed like this. Set it down on the ground and put roughly 12 to 14 ounces of oil in it, and then slowly siphon it out with our oil level tool. I'll put the name of it down there. Alright, so we'll set this down. We got a small jug of oil here. Now this oil level is supposed to be 10.6 inches from the top with the tube fully compressed and the spring out. We're going to give it a few pumps. Now we've got it pumped up a little bit. I've already measured this out at 10.6. Just set it on top and slowly siphon oil out of it. And there we have it. The oil is set in these forks. So our next step is probably the most difficult one. I don't know why I'm still talking to you while you're down there. Our next step is probably the most difficult one, and that's getting the spring and the cap back on. So we'll go ahead and pull that back out. All right. Got her clamped back in the vise. Don't need the magnet to go in there with it. Oh, the tighter winding goes down, or tapered end. It's just got a slight taper at the end of it. And it's also just a little bit tighter wound. We will go ahead and replace the O-ring on top of the cap. Here we have that. And we'll take the socket, use it to kind of push down. So we have something to grab a hold of to spin it. And that is the easiest time I've ever had starting one of these things. All right. Now let me go back to the destructions and check the torque spec. 11 to 22 foot-pounds. I'm pretty sure I've went over that, but it ain't by much. So now this is finally back together. We're gonna go back to the bike and try and get them on today. Hey guys, in today's video we're going to be rebuilding the forks on this 03 Dyna Super Glide. Roll that intro and let's get started.
You guys are still here? What are you still doing here?
Well, as long as you're here, if you want to watch more, there's some videos here, maybe there, maybe there. Hell, they might be up there. I don't know where I'm going to put them at yet. But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when I upload, and maybe share the video with a few friends. That way they might like what I do and go ahead and subscribe as well. Thanks for watching. Bye.